We hear tonight from the man at the center of the Varsity Blues college admissions scandal, the $25 million scheme that landed some Hollywood elites behind bars. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
What's the thing that you regret the most?
That I hurt so many people. Really great people, quality people.
Rick Singer, the man at the center of the Varsity Blues college admissions scandal, sharing his story for the first time since being released from federal prison this summer, currently living in a halfway house.
I take full responsibility for everything I did. I am wrong, 100% wrong.
Please step back.
Prosecutors say Singer led a conspiracy to cheat the college admissions process between 2011 and 2019. Dozens of rich and powerful parents were collectively convicted of doling out more than $25 million to help their kids get into some of the nation's most elite colleges, from Stanford to Yale to Georgetown, like Full House actress Lori Loughlin.
Do you have any regrets?
And Felicity Huffman of Desperate Housewives, who did it without their children's knowledge. Loughlin and her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, paid Singer roughly $500,000 to get their daughters Isabella and Olivia into USC as phony crew recruits, despite the fact neither rode. Loughlin pled guilty to conspiracy charges and served about 2 months behind bars. Huffman paid Singer $15,000 to have a proctor correct her older daughter's SAT answers. She pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit mail fraud and served about 2 weeks.
Most of the people who were convicted in this case have spent time in prison, so it's less about the amount of time than the fact that all of these people went to prison.
Singer pled guilty in 2019 to multiple federal charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and money laundering conspiracy. He was sentenced to 42 months in federal prison and ordered to pay more than $10 million in restitution.
My attorney, he told me I'm probably the smartest, dumbest person he knows.
Your attorney said that to you?
Yes. He said, because you do everything by the seat of your pants. And all you had to do, quite easily, was call an attorney and ask him if what you were doing was legal, and you would have no problems whatsoever.
Even on the days after the scandal broke, Singer says parents continued to text him.
And I got 93 texts. I just been on national TV. They got everybody in my face, right? Within an hour, 93 texts. Are you guys still coming this week?
He said he played and coached at the collegiate level, so he knew teams were often in need of extra money.
This is what I created because of my background. I went to the coaches. Then the word got out to all the coaches, and coaches started calling me every year saying, this year I need to raise $1 million to redo my facility.
As part of his guilty plea, Singer admitted to facilitating bribing those coaches and university administrators to guarantee his clients' children would be admitted as recruited athletes.
If they needed to raise $250,000 or $500,000 for the program, they would call me and say, hey, I have a spot. Do you have a family that would like to come here?
How many coaches said no to you?
Less than those on one hand.
Singer says his scheme didn't take spots away from other legitimate athletes.
Do you fully believe, though, that that spot wasn't important to somebody else that really wanted to wear that jersey?
Doesn't matter.
To play for their school?
Doesn't matter. That's up to the coach.
The U.S. Attorney's investigation also found Singer paid bribes to exam administrators to help his clients cheat on the SAT, ACT, and other tests.
The testing I knew was wrong, and I did it anyways. As I rationalized to myself that what's 10, 12, 13 kids who are good students, quality people, and this one score may screw them out of an opportunity to go to a decent school.
So it worked.
It did work.
And is that where you thought, I can do this again and again and again and make money?
The money thing had nothing to do with it. Because the money thing, we didn't make money on it.
I have to be honest with you, I have a hard time believing that money had nothing to do with it. When prosecutors say you brought in some $25 million.
No, the $25 million has to do with the donations and, quote, they called it the bribes, had nothing to do with the test taking.
But they say you netted $14 million.
Well, now if you go through my expenses, which we did, you can notice that there was no netting of $14 million. That money that which you call netted in our nonprofit, went to go fund other under-resourced projects. We funded 77 different under-resourced groups.
And while he says he didn't make money on testing, prosecutors say Singer transferred, spent, or otherwise used more than $15 million for his benefit throughout the scheme. And to cover it up, they say he used his nonprofit to disguise bribes as charitable donations. That nonprofit called The Key.
As a father myself, I understand the stress the college admissions process can put on your family.
This enabled the parents to not only mask the true nature of the payment, but also take the tax write-off at the end of the year.
I never ever thought I bribed anybody. I never even ever used that word. It never even entered my mind. It was a donation.
You say you've taken responsibility
Yes,
for
ma'am.
what has been done. You still view this as a victimless crime.
Yes, ma'am.
And you now believe that people will trust you
Yes, ma'am.
to help you get their kids into college still.
It's already going on right now.